This is the MacBook Pro 16-inch, the return of the power, the best for the brightest, the legend of the century. After years of fight, will it only be the new generation or the next revolution? I know you like this. And this. The screen size on the 16-inch MacBook Pro is the least noticeable update. I do appreciate the larger display and thinner bezels on the laptop. It is fantastic for watching movies, creating content, and doing other professional work. Speaking about the size, the 16-inch model is slightly larger and heavier than the 15-inch. People who own the 15-inch model don't need to worry about getting a new bag just for the new size. Interestingly, the keyboard travel distance increases from 0.5mm to 1mm, but the overall height only increases about 0.7mm. Apple does move very carefully when sacrificing portability for functionality. So how's the functionality of the new keyboard? I would say it's pretty good, but the old butterfly mechanism is also great. The back of a separate ESC and the inverted T arrow keys will definitely speed up your workflow. To help you feel the difference, I recorded the sound of both keyboards so you can hear it and compare the noise level on my Apple Watch. Switching back to the scissor mechanism is more like a response from Apple to the long-lasting butterfly keyboard gate, which does impact the position of MacBook in the laptop market. In case of the typing experience, I don't think it's an upgrade but just a personal preference, but considering about the quality, the new Magic Keyboard should last longer. The microphone on the 16-inch MacBook Pro also got an upgrade. Apple calls it Studio Quality 3-mic array. Regardless of the fancy name, let's compare it with the condenser microphone and the 15-inch model. This is the MacBook Pro 16-inch. This is the MacBook Pro 16-inch. This is the MacBook Pro 16-inch. So how do you think about the sound quality? I think the new microphone is pretty decent for podcast and voiceover, and the signal-to-noise ratio is better than most of the laptop microphones and even some of the external microphones on the market. But for professional music production, let's be more serious. We know that it's pretty much an Apple standard to bring the speaker upgrade to each major MacBook Pro upgrade. This time, the new speakers sound like a HomePod in your MacBook. They have more bass and much clearer separation. There's one thing that Apple didn't tell us. The new speakers are not as loud as the old ones. I recorded both speakers using the same condenser microphone, and you should be able to hear the difference.
100 million centuries, we have finally opened our eyes on a sumptuous planet, sparkling with color, bountiful with life. Within decades, we must close our eyes again. Isn't it a noble and enlightened way of spending our brief time in the sun? To work at understanding the universe and how we have come to wake up in it.
Let me know which one you like. Now, let's talk about the most serious test that every laptop has suffered, the CPU and GPU test. As an electrical engineer and an amateur photographer, I'll make a separate video about how I tortured the 16-inch MacBook Pro along with the 15-inch. But today, let's see some benchmark tests first. I ran the Cinebench R20 on the 2018 15-inch model. The CPU is not throttling below the base clock, but the temperature is very close to 100 degrees. And the 16-inch, to my surprise, runs very stable at 3.2 to 3.3 GHz, which is much higher than the 2.4 GHz base clock, and the temperature is well controlled at around 90 degrees. Of course, you'll have louder maximum fan noise. But it actually runs quieter most of the time, thanks to the bigger heatsink design. The new 7nm GPU is also a massive improvement this year. This is Unigen Heaven running on the 15-inch with 555X graphic card. It only has 19.2 FPS, and this is running on the 16-inch. I don't even need to read out the score. You can see how much smoother it is. To answer the question at the beginning of the video, let's move back. Yes, the 16-inch MacBook Pro is a revolution, but not from the keyboard, the microphone, or the speakers. It's a near-perfect balance between the computing power and portability. It's a new masterpiece of engineering and art. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you